Welcome back to the shop. If you're new here, my name's Chris. I run a small 3D print business out of my basement. Today, as of this morning, I'm at 299 sales on Etsy. So we're so close to 300, which is pretty exciting for me. But I've got some orders going. I want to get the filament changed over and finish this up, get them packed and shipped out today, and then maybe do a little photography. But overall, it's just kind of a hangout with me this morning, drink some coffee. Let's get going. So I've had some questions about the top mount spool holders and why I use them. It really comes just down to the footprint of the 3D printer. By mounting it on the top like this, it really decreases the amount of space, although it potentially, with how small my area is, does make it a little more difficult to change the spool out, but that's an opportunity cost. I can always improve that in the future. I will leave a link to the Maker World file for this, and you can get the design for yourself. Just doing a little administrative stuff while these products are printing so I can pack them later. I've been trying to snag this new, I don't know if it's new actually, but different build plate for the Bamboo A1 Minis, and they keep going out of stock, and I just logged in and saw they're on sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and order that from Bamboo and then also do a bigger filament purchase. You can get pretty cheap spools of filament for like 13 bucks per spool. It's a refill style compared to like 20 if I were to buy off of Amazon for Polymaker. So Amazon's really great for like, I don't know how many I need. I want to test out new filaments because I can buy them one at a time and get them next day. But then I also do bigger purchases once in a while. So I think I might as well do a bigger purchase here so I can get above the free shipping as well. All right, order for today, 2 more yellow, 2 more white, 2 more black. And then we're going to go with 3 of those cool plates that I was talking about, so that should be nice. I am pretty excited to see how those turn out with the plate. The whole purpose of buying those is it will allow me, if they work, to bring back the smooth textured or non-textured coat hooks that I used to have on my shop because they sold really well. So as long as I can reduce print failures with that back to an acceptable range that I have, that should allow me to get some extra sales in the door. I've got one more shop secret to share with you guys today. I usually leave it nice and moody down here, but for days like this when it's brighter outside, I do have lighting. I got these like really cheap online as well, but this makes it a lot easier to see. So I'm gonna get this set up. I think I'm gonna try taking photos over here maybe, but let me get some stuff around and I'll show you kind of like what I'm gonna prep to take photos with. All right, so we're gonna give this a whirl. Most important coffee in the morning, but I've got both of these colors, and then obviously a battery that it's gonna go on. So I'll do kind of like an arrangement of shots here. I have a really hard time with the photos because I generally just take a bunch of them and use what I like, but I've been trying to come up with a better system of like what photos I need to take, kind of like just basically a checklist. So here's what I came up with right now. I decided to pause on the photos so I could have a better plan of action. But it's really not like what images, it's what story I'm trying to tell. So I've got cover image to like, kind of like get people's attention, kind of like a thumbnail on a YouTube video. Color options, so in this case I have 2. What's included, so I've got 5 of the battery holders and the hardware included and the little box that they're stored in, so that's all there, but that's kind of one shot. How it's used, so maybe a couple with the batteries actually mounted on the wall, and then a couple packaging shots. I think it would be kind of cool to show what the experience will be like when they unbox it. So that's not the entire 10. You get 9 or 10 spots per listing on Etsy, and then 1 spot for like a 10-second video, 10 or 15-second video. So still could add something to this, but I'll go with this for now. And I think that kind of tells a well-rounded story. And now I have a checklist to make this a little bit easier. Got some photos done, dimmed the lights back down. Be honest, I'm not sure I'm 100% on the photos I took, so I'll probably work more on that tomorrow. I also want to work more on the box that they come in. I had some cool suggestions which I was already thinking about, but making this like a hinge design or something a little bit more robust. I'm trying to decide if I want to make like the box something that you could sell as a standalone product, whether it's like the STL file or the whole thing, or if I really should minimize the amount of filament I'm using for the box to make it like useful packaging, if you know what I mean. Otherwise it could be like 2 separate products that are sold together. Either way, whatever I decide to do, I will use this box and sell it probably as an STL file. But I think I do want to make it stackable, so that way if someone orders multiples of these, they can nest really well in somebody's shop. But we'll see. I'll work on that in the next couple of days here or so. All right, so these are coming along good. Just waiting on 2 more prints, and then I can get these all packaged up and shipped out today. So I've received a lot of comments about like what type of equipment I use in the shop, or especially a lot about the camera itself. I have finally set up an Amazon affiliate store, so I have all the links to everything that I use, whether it's boxes, shipping material, like some of the easy starting stuff like my heat shrink machine. All of that is linked below if you're curious, and I'll just include that in my future videos. Prints are done, so I'll get these off the printer and we'll get to packing. It's actually kind of nice if you take the whole print bed off and slap it on the table. Helps it cool down a bit, so that way it's easier to get off of the print bed. Oh, I need 2 hands for that one, so give me a second here. I want to talk briefly about my last video and the pricing. So I actually left quite a bit out. It's more of like a introductory class to how to price your products. What I really wanted to focus on was the experience that you need to get. That's really the only way you're going to start to understand for yourself how you need to price your products and how to kind of operate that business side of things. So what I'd recommend is just, make your product, decide what you're going to sell, and then think about how much you'd be willing to pay for it. If you're think you're going to lose money on that, a couple things: just limit the amount that people can buy to like maybe 10 units. So if you do lose money, it's not very much. Or you could just play it safe and just go on the high side. And if they don't sell, you can always reduce your price. This is something you're going to change over time, but really starting to sell things and understanding that process is where you'll get experience, and the experience is going to inform, what your product should sell for and how to price those. Well, that is a wrap for today. I've got my boxes packed. I'm going to get everything together and go bring that to post office and enjoy the rest of my Saturday. I'll probably work on some product development for the next couple days here or so. Got to figure out kind of like a priority list for the rest of December, but I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. See ya.